My alien girlfriend introduced me to her clan. I barely survived dinner. It started with a kiss, or, more accurately, whatever the Zalari equivalent of a kiss was. Lysera called it the joining of harmonics. A gentle brushing of foreheads, punctuated by a low hum from her throat that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. We'd been dating for 6 Earth months, which, in Zalari time, translated to 2 full bloom cycles and 1 blood moon. Whatever that meant. I'd met Lysera at the diplomatic cultural exchange on Dahlia Prime. She was stationed as an ambassador's aide. I was a low-tier engineer maintaining the human quarters' atmospheric shielding. One day, she brought me a faulty climate module and left with my comm ID. 2 weeks later, we were drinking crystalline nectar at a Zalari sky bar with transparent floors that made my legs buckle. 3 months after that, she started talking about next steps. That's when she invited me to dinner, with her clan. You will meet my matron, my litter siblings, and the progenitor elder, she said cheerfully. They are very eager to judge. I mean greet you. I should have said no. But I liked Lysera. Even if her eyes glowed when she was excited and she occasionally chirped during sleep. Love makes you do stupid things. Which is how I found myself boarding a shuttle toward the Zalari moon nest of Chileth, wearing the only suit I owned and clutching a gift box containing an earth delicacy, artisan-crafted dark chocolate truffles. I hope this isn't toxic to anyone, I muttered, as Lysera led me into a massive stone-hewn hall. The scent hit me first. Spicy, metallic, and oddly sweet, like cinnamon mixed with ozone. Then the sounds. Chattering clicks, deep growls, and something that sounded like laughter but could have also been a warning. The Zalari were larger than I expected. Lysera was considered petite among her kind, standing just over 6 feet with a lean, wiry frame. Her kin towered over me, clad in ornate robes or armored garb, eyes flickering with bioluminescence. Human, came a deep, resonant voice. I turned to find myself face to face with a being who looked like a cross between a jaguar and a praying mantis, if it had decided to wear a velvet tunic and 5 ceremonial daggers. My matron, Lysera whispered. Bow low. Not too low. Keep your eyes at chest level. And whatever you do, don't expose your teeth. Okay. I did as instructed, heart hammering. Ma'am. It's an honor. She regarded me silently for a moment before letting out a curt huff. We will see. The dining chamber was carved from obsidian, lit by suspended orbs of glowing plasma. Each seat was a sculpted throne. The table resembled a massive spinal column, fused and flattened. A server, a smaller Zalari with translucent skin, approached and placed a platter in front of me. I tried not to flinch as it twitched. The platter, not the server. What is that? Yes. It's shellac. A delicacy, Lysera said with a proud smile. Caught fresh. It's still metabolizing its last breath. Very traditional. The shellac looked like a cross between a centipede and a jellyfish, its tendrils curling toward my fork. I glanced around and realized everyone was watching me. This was a test. I stabbed it, tried to avoid eye contact with the creature as it spasmed and chewed. My eyes watered immediately. It tasted like fermented battery acid dipped in wasabi. But I swallowed. He nodded. Delicious. The matron gave a curt nod. He possesses the grit. Lysera squeezed my hand under the table. More dishes arrived, some raw, some still twitching. One was a soup that glowed faintly. Another was a hunk of meat that actually bit my fork. I was sweating, stomach churning, when the progenitor elder leaned forward. You are human, he rasped, voice crackling with age and authority. His mandibles clicked. Tell me, why have you bonded with our Lysera? cleared my throat. Because she's incredible. Smart, strong kind. She challenged me from the moment we met. She makes me feel more human, even out here among the stars. Few nods. One scoff. A male across the table narrowed his eyes. That one is Shal, Lysera's clutch brother. He disapproves, she whispered. Of course he did. Shal leaned forward, claws tapping against the bone-plated table. Human. Perhaps you would honor us with a ritual duel. Blinked. Oh what? Lysera's grip tightened. You can refuse. But refusing, I sensed, would be worse. I pushed back from the table. Let's do it. The duel chamber was adjacent, a circular arena lit from above, the floor covered in soft black sand. Shal stripped off his upper robe, revealing a chitinous exoskeleton marked with red tribal ink. He tossed me a stick. This is the stala. You may defend yourself with it. It looked like a glorified broom handle. What are the rules? I asked, nervously stepping into the circle. No permanent maiming, someone called out. Unless warranted. Shal struck first, fast. Faster than any creature his size had the right to be. I barely dodged, rolling to the side, swinging the stala in a wide arc. It connected with a solid thunk against his shoulder. He hissed. I'd like to say I fought bravely. Realistically, I fought like a cornered alley cat with a stick. I ducked, flailed, and got in some lucky hits. At one point I tripped over my own foot and accidentally jabbed Shal in a sensitive joint near his midsection. He collapsed, groaning. I stood panting, sand in my teeth. Is that it? The arena was silent. Then the progenitor elder laughed. He fights like a dying sky beast, but he fights. Acceptable. That seemed to be the highest praise I was going to get. Back at the table, bruised and exhausted, I collapsed into my seat. Lysera beamed at me with barely restrained pride. We brought a gift, she said, placing the chocolate truffles on the table. Her matron sniffed them, picked one up delicately with 2 clawed fingers, and took a cautious bite. Pause. Then a second bite. Then she ate the rest. Another pause. These are extraordinary, she said. One by one, the rest of the clan tried the chocolates. Even Shal, limping slightly, popped one into his mouth and gave me a grudging nod. You have strange customs, said the progenitor. Strange flavors. Strange blood. But heart, added the matron. He has the heart. Dinner continued in a slightly less aggressive fashion. I even tried a toasted spore pudding that didn't make me gag. The tension slowly ebbed. Laughter, actual laughter, bubbled from several corners. Later that night, after the final course, a live plant that sang until you ate it, Lysera led me to a balcony overlooking the glowing fungi forests of Chileth. We stood in silence for a while. You did well, she murmured. I almost died. But you didn't. She stepped closer, placing her forehead against mine. That same hum vibrated through me. They will speak of tonight for many cycles. You have earned respect. I earned heartburn. She laughed, the sound melodic and warm. Still, I thank you. I leaned on the railing, staring at the stars beyond the canopy. So, if this was dinner, what's the wedding like? She smiled mysteriously. Involves a pit of molten wax and several challenges of logic and endurance. Groaned. Can't we just elope on Earth? That, she said thoughtfully, might be wise. As the fungal trees swayed and the distant hum of Zalari music drifted through the air, I realized something. Love is universal. It's just that sometimes universal love